if you're looking for a gentle hip back stretch situation or maybe some help with digestion, I've got a yoga pose that might just be the one for you. Dr. Marcia here of Move with Marcia, your neighborhood friendly physical therapist, certified yoga teacher, and author of Movement for Everybody. So we're going to work on half wind releasing pose. That's why I said maybe even a little digestion. Wind releasing means what you think it means. So for this pose, we're going to lay on our backs, keeping in mind that you do not have to lay flat on your back if that is a cause for discomfort. So if you want to be on a wedge pillow, a bed pillow, whatever. Okay, so you lay on your back and then you pull one knee towards your chest. So options. If holding your knee on the top is too hard, you can go under the thigh. If that is a cause for discomfort, then you go ahead and you get a strap, a towel, a belt, and put it behind your thigh. And instead of holding your leg, you hold that. So when you're using that strap, towel, whatever, you can hold two hands or one hand. You can rest the elbow down or you can have it up. You kind of just play with it to your comfort. The other option is, what if you just got a lot of flesh and this just feels a little uncomfy? You don't have to be straight knee to chest. Come out towards your armpit a little bit. It's not a big deal. Make some space. You can also literally and physically move your belly out of the way, push it to the side, push your thigh meat over, and see if that helps as well. Okay, so those are the options for the top part. This is the part that's doing the wind releasing because it's pulling towards your stomach, pushing through some air. This is also going to give you some stretch in your low back and some in the hip as well. Now, the other leg could be up as I have it or straight. Now, for some of us, having this leg straight and this leg bent will be a hip flexor stretch on the lengthened leg. Maybe not for everyone. So you can play around with that and see how that feels. The other thing you can play around with is if you don't want to be totally flat, like I said, you could be up on a wedge pillow, you can be on a bed pillow, throw cushion, fold out some towels, whatever you want. So you can play with that upper half, or you can also play around with how it feels to elevate the lower half. So if I take a pillow or something and put it under my hips, this is kind of thick, it could be even less than that, right? I could play around with how that feels. So now I'm feeling personally more comfort in pushing this knee towards my chest without feeling suffocated. And I'm feeling more stretch on my hip. I have tight hips. I'm feeling more stretch on my hip by elevating the pelvis, and I don't feel as pinchy in my back. Because for me, naturally, my pelvis likes to tilt forward, and I got a dump truck of a... So when I lay on the floor flat, I'm uncomfortable. So those are things you can play around with, elevating the bottom half or elevating the top half. And that's pretty much the wind releasing pose. You do one side and then you do the other. So you work on trying to breathe here. Again, moving flesh out of the way if you need to. You don't want to be so constrained that you cannot breathe. If you are not breathing, you are not doing yoga. So if you are stressing and straining, figure out what you can add to the situation to support yourself. Because if you're not breathing, you're not doing yoga, yeah? So that's pretty much it for wind releasing pose. And those are your tips and tricks for wind releasing pose. Lovely, relaxing pose, really good hip and back opener, good for some digestion. While you're down there, you can add a supine lizard, you can add a twist and see how it feels. I have separate videos on those as well. If there's anything that you're working on at home and you need help with, feel free to let me know in the comments. Otherwise, I'll catch you next time. Toodles.